Haven't practiced in a while. This is Fabienne.
This is Kylie.
And we're with Helen.
On We Talk You Art.
Okay, that's it. So
that was so good.
Oh man,
Wow.
I wanted Helen to be a surprise, but I was too excited about Helen being here that it's okay. Hi. So we're here. Oh my god, it's already 10 p.m.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's 10 p.m. I forgot. What did you do today, Kylie? Anything fun?
I had work and I listened to people talk about fish all day for like 4 hours. But I had pizza, so it's okay.
That sounds really good. We all have coffee right now, and I think I've had like 3 cups already. So I feel a little wired. So I think we wanted to start off basically just thanking everybody for the positive feedback.
Yes. Oh my goodness, thank you for bringing that up because I was thinking about that and I totally forgot. So
yeah, I feel like we had a lot of people message us really nice things. Also just want to say that we have some producers here today. Clap, clap. Somebody clap. Nicholas Espinoza, as well as Allison Espinoza. Do you guys spell that with a Z or an S?
An S.
Okay.
No.
S and a Z. Nose.
Oh, the Z is silent. So, so they're helping us out. Like if we need things looked up, which I don't think we need that much looking up. I don't know. Maybe if I need the definition for like asteroid or something. Who knows?
Yeah, my phone's dead, so it's
job,
good
'cause I'm not
for
doing
them to be here.
I lost my phone.
But yeah, back to the positive feedback thing. I was really surprised how many people like personally messaged me and you and were like, wow, I just listened, great job, blah, blah, blah. And that like, I honestly, like, I knew that I was proud of it, but I wasn't sure how other people were going to feel about it. So that made me feel really, really good.
And honestly, I felt like people were going to listen to it and be like, wow, they're annoying. They just talk about themselves. And I was like, I don't think I even care anymore. It'll be fine.
Well, listening to it back, we didn't talk about ourselves that much. We were mostly like gushing over things we liked.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to say if anybody has any suggestions about what they would like us to talk about related to like maybe arts, and that includes music, fashion, events, or anything, you can email us. What's our email?
WeTalkYouArt@gmail.com.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, and also I want to go through some events coming up.
What?
Because there's a lot of stuff going on in Seattle, but I only have like 5 things that I actually researched. So first thing, on January 13th, which is in 3 days, 7 to 9 p.m., Federal Way, if you feel like going down south a little bit. Performing Arts Center is having its 11th annual Washington State Korean, Kylie, American
my people.
Day celebration. South Korea, maybe. Oh my god, please edit that out.
North Korean people don't really get out of North Korea.
Actually, I had a person the other day tell me they were from Korea, and I said, oh, that's so awesome. And then she said, do you know what Korea is? Do you know where it is? No, I've never heard of it before. So I researched it. It's one of the 5 Tiger World Powers. Along with, what was it? Hong Kong, Singapore.
Oh.
South Korea.
That's what they're called?
Taiwan, I think.
China.
Okay, so there's a couple events going on at the SAM. So first of all, I don't know if... Okay, well, there's First Thursdays, which is every first Thursday of the month. And that's a free... you basically get to go to the SAM for free. So, except for an exhibition going on where that's half off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know they did it half off.
I didn't know that either until today.
Cool.
I thought everything was free. But that's still pretty cheap. So you could pay $15 instead of like $80.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
15. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I'm like 15 is half of 80.
Whatever, man.
No, you were right.
So the exhibition going on... I know I'm right. I'm gonna freaking kill her later. The exhibition later is Andrew Wyeth. And he's dead. But it's the 100th anniversary of his birth. Unless he's 100. But I think he died. Yeah.
Yeah, I I passed by the Sam the other night, and I was looking at the posters because I haven't really looked at his art before. It's really cool. It's very American.
Also, okay, one last thing. Oh, wait, no, two last things. So Sam's also doing a showcase of rising stars in the Northwest. So Skagit Valley, Portland, also, and Seattle. So Skagit Valley's north, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like
where
Mount
Mount
Vernon.
Vernon and Bellingham are.
Okay. So Tamara English is somebody to look out for. Patty Holler and Anna McRae. Sounds cool. Also, there's Art Walk, 6 to 9 p.m. in Pioneer Square. I would go to Bon Voyage Boutique because I don't get to go on Thursdays, but I would
You
suggest
have work.
Yes, I would suggest other people go.
Did you ever go, like, I don't know, like 8 years ago when they had that big, huge, old, falling apart building that had a bunch of, like, studio lofts in it, and you could just walk through it, and you would just walk through the artist galleries and stuff, but it was like a super old building that had like a huge crack through it, and you could, when you were walking up the stair, like the inner staircase, you could look up at the crack and see like the next floors up.
No.
So that building got condemned and they had to kick all the artists out, but it was so cool. I only got to go once though.
Did the building get torn down?
I think so.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was sad.
was
But yeah, it was down in Pioneer Square.
It's probably Starbucks' fault. I want you guys to check out this one girl. Her name is Amy Stone. So there's a cafe. They renamed it Turtle Cafe, but it's called Holy Grounds, which is in Crown Hill on 92nd. And I think she has her art in other places. So she has some cool abstract pieces. She uses women's bodies also, and then paints over them. It's really awesome.
Yeah, I checked out her page when you were messaging her, and I really like her stuff a lot.
Like, check out Amy Stone stuff. She's really, really awesome, and she's from Seattle.
We'll put a link to her website or whatever in the show notes.
Oh, look how nice looking she is. I asked her before if we could showcase her, which I didn't know how we would do that, but I just want people to look her up because I think her stuff is really cool. Our friend Allegria told her about us today because she works at the cafe and they've been putting up her art, I guess, for a second. So go check it out there, and then you can get some coffee.
That's cool.
Okay.
I have a new artist I found this week.
Tell us about it.
Actually didn't find them this week. I lied. I found them a few weeks ago, but I said I was going to feature them last week, but then I changed my mind last minute. So now I'm going to feature this artist I found on Instagram. She's a illustrator named Joanna. I can't pronounce her last name because she's Russian, but her Instagram handle is Turnipot, like turnip OT, and she like makes really cute like clay pins and does really adorable animal illustrations that are her art makes me so happy, and she followed me back, so that made me extra happy. Yeah, so everybody check out Turnipot on Instagram. Next week, I will try to find some artist that isn't just from Instagram.
Whatever. Okay. Next subject. Okay, so as we had said before, and I wanted it to be a surprise, but I forgot it was a surprise, we have our really good friend Helen Ajayi on. Little girl. Helen has a middle name, but we're not going to say it out loud.
Do you not like your middle name?
No.
Oh.
Well, there's no
Lots of
point. Well, my mom gave it to me like when I was 12, so it's a little late
really?
to give me my middle name. So it doesn't count, I say.
It's not like on your birth certificate?
I don't. No, it's not.
She gave it to her, she was
Yeah.
12.
Well, you could like edit
She
it,
could
maybe?
technically,
Yeah.
but I don't think she did.
That's so funny.
Bola. That's Helen's mom name. It's Bola. Bola Sunshine.
Aw, that's cute.
I made that up.
Yeah. That's her email.
Is it? Oh
Bola
my god. I was
Sunshine.
wondering where I got that from. I thought I was genius.
Aw.
That's really cute. So recently, Helen and I, remember when we were classy? Oh my god.
The good days.
The good days. Helen and I went on a 3-week trip to Europe because we are our original home is in Versailles.
Yeah.
The
We had to go
palace.
back and visit.
Were
I
you
don't
guys
know.
had been there before?
I went there once
You did.
when I graduated.
That was my first time.
I don't know if you guys remember the French Revolution, but basically we got kicked out of our home.
The V Hills did?
Yeah, and the Ajayis.
Yeah.
And I know she's African, and I know I'm not
But
French.
just know we got kicked out.
We were in the servants' quarters, but we were still royalty. Because basically,
Low-key.
their ancestors had affairs with our ancestors, and then that's how
right.
we came to birth, right, Helen?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, little girl.
It all makes sense now.
Okay,
So
anyways.
you had to go back home.
Yeah.
Did they let you in?
They did, but we had to wait in a long line. I thought that was unnecessary.
Tell them about Julian. Tell them about Julian.
Oh, where was that?
I
Where
don't
did
know.
we meet
It was
him?
at the mall.
Oh, so we went to go buy our ticket to go to Versailles the day before or something like that. And he was like, "Oh, get."
No, we were there the day of, and then we got our ticket to. Oh, you're
No,
right. I'm so
I think it was the
sorry.
day
Keep
before.
going.
Yeah,
It was at the Louvre Mall.
yeah.
It was a mall. It
he
was a mall.
apparently, and
In the museum.
and we went to get a ticket, and I think we paid maybe a little more because he said, "Buy this ticket, you'll skip the lines." We're like, "Oh, perfect."
Then he
We
gave us
get
some-
there,
Sounds legit.
and we get there, and there's a long line, and we skipped it. We like walked in front of everyone because we thought, "Oh no, we
Because
don't."
Julian told us that we could skip the line.
Yeah, and so we get up there, and she's like,
Hated
"No,
that
this
guy.
is for everyone that bought that ticket, so get in line." So
Did-
What
he lied. It
line?
was a scam.
It was at the end of the gate. And you know who was at the end of the gate? The soldiers. Was this
Everywhere.
French Revolution take two? I was confused and really scared.
How long do you have to wait in line?
It took a little bit. It was like
Yeah,
5 minutes.
well, it wasn't that long, but it felt like a long time. Okay, no, it was like 15.
It was like,
It could have been worse.
but it was so cold.
Yeah, and rainy.
So people wait like 3 hours for that Avatar ride in Disney World. You should not complain.
Well, when you go thinking you're not gonna wait in a
That's
line,
true. Then it suddenly feels like an hour.
yeah.
Tell us about where we went.
So we started in Paris, and we're there for about 3 days, and then we took a train down to Nice, and then from Nice we went to London, and then London to Barcelona, and then Barcelona back to Paris, and we had our last 2 days of our trip in Paris. So
We were poor.
yeah, we were so poor. Fabienne was trying to not eat dinner the last day because that's how poor we were.
I had to save my money.
She needed all her coins for the subway to get to the airport.
I did. So we had.
It was rough.
We had Oreos,
Yeah, we ate lots of Oreos.
sangria.
That sounds like a great dinner.
croissants.
Sweet. Helen somehow gathered up enough coins to get a box of croissants.
For the last
You're
morning.
literally living on coin.
No, you don't understand.
They use so many coins, it's annoying. Who needs a
really?
2-cent coin? I don't know.
And is there 2 cents? Like that's not? Is that equal to our like
It's
similar
just-
in value to our 2 cents? Or
No,
is it
man,
more?
it's like 8 cents.
Oh, okay, that's still kind of
it's just a lot of coins I don't want to carry.
I had no money.
get with the times.
13 euros. That's like $17 to get.
Oh, okay.
There was at first we were scared because I was like, I don't have enough euros to get back to the airport. We're stuck here. And then Helen,
Well, we thought it only cost like the normal amount
I
to
looked up
ride
on
a
the internet. It
subway.
said like €1, and I was like,
Yeah, it said €1
Oh.
and 50 cents. But then we got there and it was actually 10 euros
Oh, no.
to get to the airport. So,
That sounds like Seattle public transportation.
oh yeah, it's
It's $2.50 to
expensive.
ride this bus. Just kidding. It's $3.50.
Yeah.
Hope
Depending
you
on
brought more
time of
money.
day.
Yeah.
I still put in
you want a
75
transfer?
And then you can't use your transfer to use the light rail.
oh my god, I got in trouble by that police guy. That was
Oh, they
terrible.
get on the light rail to check everyone.
Yeah, they were like, no, you can't. Whatever. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's
Can
just
you
move
use
on.
the Orca card
Yeah.
to transfer?
Yeah, you can
Oh,
use
okay.
that.
Let's talk about London for a second and their version of the Orca card.
Oh, the Oyster card.
A little
First
less
of all,
elegant.
everything just seemed way more expensive in London. Everything
Oh,
was
yeah.
Also,
Just-
you don't see famous people everywhere.
No, you don't.
Did you expect to?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
Did
trying
you
to.
expect to see Benedict Cumberbatch?
Oh, Sherlock? I was like, who are you talking about? No, I was expecting to see Baby Spice.
And I was looking for Drake. I just thought he would be there for some reason.
We went to his store, right?
Yeah, we did.
You guys buy anything?
No, we didn't even go in. There was a line and a security guard outside of the store.
Helen said,
You couldn't go in?
No.
They didn't
Well,
let the
they-
no,
it was
no,
one of those
stop talking.
stories-
I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
Helen didn't want to go in to the Drake store
Oh,
because
yeah.
there was a line of children, and she refused to be in the same line as
Well,
them.
no. Well, yeah, but then I was like, there's no point. I didn't have money. We were so poor at that point. I was like, this is depressing. I'll look at it from across the street.
There were only 2 people in the store.
Yeah, they
also.
only let 2 people in at a time. That's why there was a line.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's called OVO.
Oh, yeah.
But what is it?
It's
Just
a store.
yeah, his merch.
Oh, it's basically Drake has designed clothing. So it's like a pop-up shop of his clothing he's designed.
It's like T-shirts that say OVO on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like an
Owls.
owl on it.
Yeah.
On everything.
Last time I saw Nana, he was wearing one of those.
Oh, really?
I was
OVO
asking
stand for?
him about it because I didn't know what it was.
It's Drake.
Oh, tell them about Kenzo.
Oh my god.
Is this
Okay.
another man that tried to scam you?
Wait. So there's this Japanese fashion designer who moved to France.
And he was the first
He was the first Japanese fashion designer who made it
in Paris.
in Paris. So he has this clothing company called, his
Yeah, his brand.
His brand is called Kenzo, Kenzo. If you want to look it up, I don't know, Kenzo. We go into Kenzo, and it's beautiful. And did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. I'm
yelling
screaming.
out
Someone's
too.
always screaming
No,
over here.
I'm telling you something. There was like some loud music. Oh, whatever. So, Kenzo is, it's his brand. And they have really, really awesome clothes. Super expensive, obviously, because it's brand.
Whoa, why is there music on this
The
website?
website.
Is this 2002 Tumblr page? Like, what's going on?
2002? Yeah, Tumblr.
Save
I
that
don't know,
for
actually,
later.
so disregard that statement. Okay, so we're looking at the clothes on Kenzo as we
Looking
go
at
along.
women's coats and jackets. They're very big.
So
and
it's probably like 500 euros, which is like $700 for a t-shirt maybe, because it's brand name. Anyway, so we're looking around. Whoa. We're looking around, and this really tall man appears out of nowhere who's a sales associate, and he starts speaking French to us, and obviously we do not know the language of French, so we look like idiots. We already look like idiots. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you from America?"
Yes, obviously.
Yes, obviously we're from America. Sorry. And then he starts talking about San Francisco. He used to live in San Francisco. We're like, wow, it's so cool. He's like, it's beautiful there. I want to move back. And we're like, that's so good. Awesome. Move back.
That's so good.
So tell us what happened, Helen.
And then what else was he saying?
I don't know. I don't care because he just made me feel like an idiot. So he goes.
Oh yeah, keep going because you do it really good.
He
Yeah,
goes.
that's really good.
He starts asking. He says, "Do you know about Kenzo?" And I was like, "No."
We both were just like, "No."
We don't. He goes, "What? You don't know Kenzo?"
That's literally what
You're
he
starting
did.
to sound like the Korean grandma from Remember the Life of Lot.
That's how I felt. No, we don't know Kenzo. I'm so sorry. And I said,
He was like disgusted that we didn't
he
know.
was like, yeah, his face. I've
my
only you could see his
goodness.
face of like horror.
Get over yourself. Dude.
Right. And then I was just thinking, even if I had enough money to shop here, now I don't want to shop here.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had
Oh,
5K
man.
to spend, it would be across the street somewhere else.
Yeah.
You'd probably be getting food.
At
Oh,
H&M.
yeah.
Oh,
Food.
Oh, we were looking for food too. That's the only reason we were in there.
That's how we came upon that place.
that makes sense.
Anyways, so then he goes, "You know you were in France, right?" And I said,
I forgot he said that.
"God, it's like my last day there. I think we just left. It was ridiculous. I
Gosh.
just felt dumb."
So,
Tell
what
us.
part of France was that in?
Paris.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I've heard, this might not be true, but
Ooh.
I've heard that people in Paris are rude, but everywhere else people are nice.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like it was
It's
A
a city.
mix.
Obviously, it's a
Yeah.
generalization, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't feel. It was
Maybe-
off
yeah.
tourist season, so there weren't like
Mm.
herds of tourists everywhere. So I felt like maybe no.
Yeah, I'm glad we went when we did.
Yeah, it was, but everything was under construction. But that was kind of awesome
yeah.
too. Like in a way, it kind of made. It was like if this would happen while we're here.
Like, everything. Big Ben.
Oh my goodness.
We couldn't
really?
see it. It was completely under.
This whole town was shut down. This one little village, everything was closed.
Wait, where?
At Izzy.
Oh yeah, it was dead.
It's like Disneyland rides.
No.
Shut it.
No. Yes.
Sorry.
I've only been
can't ride.
Disneyland once, Kylie.
Me too.
I've never been.
Remember that?
Classes went.
I was 7.
Oh.
Anyways, let's get into talking about art.
Okay.
So, Helen,
Yes.
I have some questions for you.
Okay.
You guys went to a bunch of art museums.
We did a lot of museums.
By the
Yeah.
I think by the end we didn't do any, right? Because we were just so. Well, first of all, they cost
we were
money.
too poor.
Yeah. So even if we wanted to,
No,
couldn't.
we went to like 8 museums.
That's awesome.
8,000.
And you saw
8 million.
Matisse.
Mhm.
It was amazing.
That's awesome.
So a couple I'm trying to remember. So we went to the Louvre,
Yes.
which is the big triangle building.
We went to the Tate Modern Museum, which I was really excited to go to
Ooh.
in London, and they had a whole floor that was free,
Oh, that's awesome.
which was really cool. So we didn't have to pay anything for that one. And they had a lot of
How
stuff.
cool.
I wasn't expecting a lot of stuff because I knew it was free before we went, but I thought it would be just a few things. But they
It
had
was
a lot.
amazing.
It was-
Yeah.
and we had a time limit because we had to get back
Oh.
to something, and so it was a little. I wish we had more time there. 'Cause
I
it
wish
was a
we had
little
2
stressful
days.
because I was rushing like through the place because I wanted to see everything. But
what we did saw was just like
yeah,
absolutely amazing. Like, I don't even know.
it was so much.
There was a lot. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like
There was a lot to take in.
every floor was like room after room after room after room, and it kind of was like a maze in a way.
Yeah,
But they collected paintings. They would have like famous paintings from Picasso or Andy Warhol, or like
That's so cool.
paintings from people that you wouldn't even know just from their little area or like their little village that experiencing. And they even had like this whole African American slavery section. Like it just it was so cool.
they covered a lot.
They kept
It's very
yeah. I was
diverse.
overstimulated.
Yeah, I can totally see how that would happen. Yeah, I was just looking at your pictures, Fabienne. I like the one that where you zoomed in on the nude booty statue.
Oh my god, this is so much fun.
It's just like in the center of the picture, and like the arches on the ceiling are like pointing right toward the butt. It's great.
Dude, that butt was focused. It was firm. I don't feel like you see firm butts anymore.
You see a lot of butts.
Shut up. Except unless you're looking at my brother's butt, because he bikes a lot. But we
Like
won't.
how Boss is totally just sitting there unfazed. when
Basquiat
he's
goes.
talking about his
Basquiat.
butt.
No, he went.
Oh, he wanted you to talk. That meant he wanted. Was that the I want you to talk about my butt?
Have you
Clear it.
Do you know my butt? Oh my god.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up.
Wonderful.
Oh, Basquiat came back in town. We're really happy he's here.
Yeah, he's sitting behind Fabienne.
Hi.
Oh, I got boogers coming out.
Okay, should we
Yeah,
get
let's
into some questions?
yeah, let's get into it. Do you have any specific type of art, whether it is a medium or like a subject to relate to, that you connect with the most? So like, is it like, it could be either photography, painting, or whatever you want, like any sort of thing, and it can be an array of things.
I would say paintings, and also I was thinking about dance too.
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, this girl's smart.
From well, I think of dance because that was like part of my that's something we always did when I was younger. Like I did African dance class and hip hop dance class in Arizona, and then ballet. I didn't do a lot of like painting. I mean, I did as a kid.
I didn't know you danced. I feel like I don't know you.
I did. Well, that was in Arizona. I didn't do it for very long, but I feel like dance I connect to, and paintings I just enjoy, especially portraits. Just you don't know who the person is in the painting, and you kind of, I don't know, get to like make up an idea in your head of what you think is what the story is. So
Yeah.
I like that. I never really thought of them like that.
Is that like what a Mona Lisa reference will be said, like if people are like, oh, you're like a Mona Lisa because you're like mysterious. What is she thinking? What is she doing? What is her life about? Because you really don't know much about her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be said.
Is that
to
why
any.
people like it so much?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we saw the Mona Lisa.
we did. Oh, that
Did you
was
get
okay.
in the big crowd
That
of
was
people?
chaos. I did.
Do you guys want to see how big it was?
It's tiny.
It was this big.
It was literally, and then obviously
can't-
there
4
was
by
like
6.
rope, so you don't get that close
Oh, yeah.
in front of it, and
Can't sneeze on it.
yeah, you can't. Well, there's glass over it too,
Oh, yeah.
and security
Bulletproof
right there.
glass.
I think there was security.
There was security.
Oh, there's gotta be.
Yeah, it was a little obnoxious, that room.
French
Oh my
Revolution
goodness.
security. Oh my
They'll stab
God.
you with their pointy
Yeah,
guns.
they're crazy. They're scary. I just wanted them to smile.
They wouldn't.
I don't know.
Is that a guard thing or a French thing?
Both?
No
I
comment.
don't know.
Okay, so dance. So how old were you when you did that?
I think 5 when I did the African and hip hop dance. Yeah, because that's when we moved to Arizona. So I did that there. And it's funny because my dance teacher that I had there, I ran into her a few years ago when I went back to Arizona. And we saw her, yeah, because she teaches dance at the University of Arizona, and my family lives right by there. So we ran into her, and then my mom ran into her again last year when I wasn't there.
Oh my
So it's
gosh.
just kind of cool.
That's really
seeing her
No,
again.
that's awesome.
What part of Arizona did you live in?
Tucson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Just
where
for a
they
few
have the
years.
Assembly.
Is
or
Tucson spelled like
conventions.
Tuscan, but it's not.
Mhm.
It's Tucson.
Tucson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Edit that out. I sound retarded.
It is spelled Tucson.
Okay, moving on. Okay, so while we were away, I want to know from you, we want to know from you, what were the most inspiring pieces that you saw? And do you remember the meaning behind any of them?
Yes. Well, there's one. It was that museum we went to in Nice, the Modern Museum there.
Okay.
What was it called? Just
don't
the Modern Museum.
Oh, the Contemporary Art Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's where it was. There was that one piece that really stuck with me, and probably like the only one that I actually really remember that I want to show you guys. If I can find it. One sec. Sorry.
You took a picture of it.
Yeah. I know what it looks like in my head, but
So is this contemporary art as in, like, the artists are alive?
It's like modern art. So I
Yeah.
think starting in the 20s.
Okay.
I think.
So, and it's that modern style that you think of.
Well,
okay.
anything. So like
Oh, okay. Anything from then on.
The first floor had video games.
video, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was the
like arcade stuff.
anything. So it was showing. So like I think there was Halo there,
Ah.
but it
What a work of art.
well, it was interesting because you were watching. It was like everything was white walls, and then you put on the headphones, and there's it guides you through the technical things they do to make Halo or
like
to make
the
Super
coding and the
Mario.
modeling
Yeah, like
and
coding.
everything. That's so cool.
Like, okay, now you're gonna add the sound. Okay, now how do we make the guy move? How do we add like feeling to him? How do we add like whatever it was? And then it showed you like Super Mario or I don't know.
Yeah, there are different ones, and you just put headphones in and listen to it and watch it.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. I like that.
It kind of made me
It was
appreciate
cool.
video games more.
Yeah, like so many like video games aren't really, I feel like, considered an art form really by most people, but I think they are really, because it's like like a lot of them are like a story, and it's like a different way to experience a story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe we can have a video game
We could.
coder on one day.
yeah.
But they'll only get a blurb. I don't know how to do a whole up. Just kidding. But if you're really into games,
You'll get a blurb.
shut up. Okay, just show us what.
Yeah, so her name, the artist's name is Nikki Day, or what was it? It was Nikki Day Saint Fall. I don't know, something like that.
We'll put
I'll have
this
to look it
on
up
our
again.
Instagram for you guys to see later.
And I really liked that one. There were a few pieces by her, but I liked how she had the art and then a poem next to it.
I like that.
And
Do you want to read the poem?
yeah, I'll read it. It says, "Dear Diary," let me zoom in. Black is different. I have made many black figures in my work. Black Venus, Black Madonna, Black men, Black Nanas. It has always been an important color for me. Today, walking on the beach, I watched a small black child, 5 or 6 years old, playing with his father. He was so cute, it was a revelation. Black is also me now with my great grandson Jamal. This is new and I like it. Jamal is French, American, Vietnamese, Greek, Irish, English, African, Scottish, Russian. I gotta zoom in. I cannot read this. Italian, Jewish, Cuban, and then it has an equal sign, and it says American, and then it says Black is also me now. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. And the drawing with it is really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like what you are too. All
Yeah,
those
so
things.
I kinda,
yeah.
and I thought of myself when I read that bottom part, because
You're a mix.
yeah, both of my parents are mixed, and then they had me, and it's just like a lot more mixed.
What have we done?
What happened?
I made boss laugh.
See, that was one. For some reason, that was like one of the only ones that really stuck with me in my head.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I loved that.
and she's.
I remember watching
French-American.
Helen look at it for like 8 hours.
Were you like that scene in Ferris Bueller with Cameron looking at the crap? What was that piece? He's staring at it.
Was it like poop or something?
Oh, it was the
was
one.
that another
It was
movie?
the pointillism. Yeah.
I was staring at it for a long time. I just kept going back to it and reading it over and over again.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, that was one of my
beautiful.
favorite.
You should have bought it.
I should have just taken it.
Did you just say you should have taken
Have
it?
Fabienne try to steal the Mona Lisa, and then while all the guards are distracted, you steal that one.
Oh, that's a
Or you
good
could do-
plan, but then I would get.
Fabienne would go to jail, but you'd have your art.
True.
It's fine. Did you guys ever see that movie with Morgan Freeman where they work at a art museum, Beep. And they hire an artist to recreate their favorite pieces, and then while the art museum is moving, they replace the pieces so that they can keep them. And it's like a heist movie, but with old men. It's like a B movie. Wow. It's really not that good, but it's
It's a B movie like that. No.
It's probably like a little more on the C side. It's not great, but it has Morgan Freeman in it. Anyway, that's a movie that exists. You should have done that.
Well, now we know. We'll go back and we'll take some
really-
notes and think it through next
Yeah.
time.
We wanted to like, I like in my head, I thought it'd be, and it would have been, but couldn't figure it out. Like doing a little film, like while we're in France.
Yeah, we talked.
Did
You
you do
mentioned
any
it before,
recording?
but we didn't really.
Well, I forgot my camera. The dad camera that Mariah got.
Camera.
It's like where you hold it on the side.
I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Like actual camcorder.
Yeah. No. Yeah, exactly.
Dad camera.
Um, okay, next question. Out of the places we went to, where did you feel the most connected to?
I want to say Nice just because that's our favorite. That's the best place we went to,
Heart.
in my opinion. But I would say France.
Okay.
Probably because, in Nice too, because while we were there, I didn't realize beforehand how close Nice was to Italy.
Oh yeah.
Because someone was saying you can take a bus there for like $150. It'll drop
Was
you
that
off
a
at the
lie,
border
too?
of Italy. No, I think that's true.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
If we
Could
fell
be.
asleep, we could have gone on the bus.
We could have gone scammed. So I don't know if you know this, but I'm part Italian.
Okay.
Yeah. So
do
being
not.
close to Italy, just being in France and it was so close to Italy, made me feel connected in a way.
Yeah.
Her people.
My people, and just like we went to Italy when I was 8. And I just remember doing things with my Nona every morning and like going and getting fresh bread and stuff. And we did stuff like that in Nice, and just in France in general. And so that reminded me of being in Italy. So I think I would say France I felt the most connected to.
Yeah. Do you
And-
want to go to Italy next time then?
I do a few places. Well, my family lives in Milan, but there's
Oh,
like
wow.
so many other places to visit in Italy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to go back there. Yeah, I would say that's where I felt. How about you, Fabienne?
Where did I feel the most
Yeah.
connected to? Where did we go? Just kidding. Probably same thing. Just because it was, I think what really helped was that it was sunny there and everywhere else was freezing.
It was warm. Well, and it wasn't even hot. It was just sunny.
It was sunny. Yeah.
But we would get hot from walking everywhere.
So it's basically, it's a beach, and then there's a little town around the beach. So like all you see, so there's the
that's
water, and then like this
beautiful.
You can walk the whole city basically within a day. So we were there for a week too, which
Oh, wow.
I think at first might have seemed like a long time, but we didn't know. We couldn't figure out the other places and like going there for a while. So we were like, we'll just stop there and figure it out. But I felt like the people were really nice. The food was just
So good. Oh,
every day. Like it's serious. It's true what they say about the bread there.
yeah.
Well, their wheat is like different.
Yeah,
Europe.
It's just better.
There's no
Everything's better.
There's no gluten
Like
free there.
people who are gluten free here are not gluten free in Europe.
Yeah, unless it's celiac, I think.
Unless you're severe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of people who like are, I think, mildly gluten free here.
Yeah,
aren't
they'd
over
probably
there.
be fine
Wouldn't
if
have the
they
same
went
problems as
to Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Same thing, but same. Yeah, so
Why is that?
because they don't put as much processed stuff in it. So basically, like when we put processed stuff in our bread, it's to make it last longer. But over there, if it dies, it dies. Just eat it. People just eat it fresh.
Just eat
every
fresh.
day.
Just eat it when you get
Yeah.
Or they eat it with the mold on it.
Yeah, it's like cheese.
Yeah.
She goes,
Bread.
ooh.
You don't have to put cheese on the bread at that point. It just already has cheese in it.
Fabienne and I talked about this too. I didn't have any headaches while we were there.
While you were there.
Yeah.
Was it because of the food, you think?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know, man.
It probably a mix of things, but that probably had to do with it. And when we came back
yeah.
here, headache immediately.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like
You just
these.
feel better. Something about it.
This was my favorite thing about Nice. Like, even though the water was freezing, there was this one day I got in the water for like 45 seconds. But you came out and you just felt refreshed.
Yeah.
We met this Australian girl who, like, straight up went
yeah.
swimming in the water. And she just was like, she just left. It was amazing. You just felt better throughout the day.
Yeah, cold water is really healthy.
And probably the sun. Like, we're pretty, in Seattle, we're pretty vitamin D deficient. But for some reason,
we had the sun every day there. It was so nice. And we, every day that we were there, we went and watched the sunset.
Oh,
So that was nice. That was one of my favorite things.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And they have this, they have this deal there too, guys. If you ever go to Nice, which we highly suggest based off how we're talking
We're
about
obsessed
it.
with Nice.
Yeah, you go to one museum, and I would suggest going like in the morning when you wake up, or whenever the earliest museum opens, and buy a ticket.
It's only 10 euros.
10 euros
right?
for a ticket, and then you get to go to all the other museums around Nice too, for
that's
for a full
awesome.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So you could do museum day if you want there.
That's cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so we did that. That was fun. Yeah.
Tell them about the Matisse Museum.
Oh, yeah. So we went there. Well, we walked there.
They have. So is that the only place you can see Matisse?
No,
we saw.
no.
They had his stuff I saw at Tate Modern.
Yeah.
They had his stuff, but I don't know where else.
Maybe, I think through. I don't know.
Yeah. But those are the two
Throughout.
places we saw his work. So that day we had planned to go there. There was a strike going on in Nice, and so none of the buses, no one's working, or none of the bus drivers. So we walked there. It was about a 40-minute walk,
It was nice.
but it was
I
actually
almost
really
died.
nice, and we got to saw another part of Nice because we weren't staying over there, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, we almost got killed.
Did you
Did
guys?
we?
You got killed, or you almost got killed?
We almost got killed everywhere. No, just kidding.
Did you
The
gusee
mafia.
any of the filming locations
them
of Mr. Bean's Holiday?
No.
No. Okay,
know.
never mind.
We probably.
I don't care anymore.
Wait, what did you ask?
Did you see any of the filming locations of Mr. Bean's
Oh,
Holiday? The critically acclaimed.
Was that?
That's a C-list
He's in
movie.
France. I watched it.
That didn't even make it to be. I hate you.
Highly only want to see me.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to
Tropic
reference
Thunder.
terrible movies. It's not terrible. It's at least it's wholesome. But
I love Mr. Bean. You have to
this
be real
was like
smart
the
to be that
newest
dumb.
Mr. Bean movie. So
No, I didn't see that. I saw Mr. Bean. Netflix.
it came out a while ago, actually. I can tell you more facts about it if you want.
Nick's trying not to laugh. You can see him hiding. Did you get a haircut, Nick?
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Thanks.
I noticed that. Okay. I got lost.
I'm sorry, what were we doing?
We were talking about Henry.
I was waiting to ask you guys that for a really long time, but you guys kept talking.
Yeah, I liked your placement of that.
I kind of interrupted you.
London was freezing.
Oh, so cold. That was depressing. We were depressed.
Was
We
it
were there
raining?
during Black Friday.
Oh man.
Yes.
Do they have Black Friday?
Yeah. Well, there in London they did.
Mm.
And it's not.
Remember Black Week?
Oh, in Spain they kept calling it Black Week.
Black
Black
Day.
Friday, Black Week,
Black
and you would
History
see
Week.
posters everywhere in stores. Black Week,
great.
20 to 30% off.
That's not a sale. Also, 50
Right?
plus.
Yeah, minimum.
Come on.
Yeah. That like barely covers sale tax.
Get it together, man. Bruv.
Brad.
Chav.
Brav.
Brave.
Should we move on to?
Oh, Fabienne was calling everyone Chavs. She was chav hunting.
Yeah,
in
you showed
London.
us a picture. Explain to us what a chav is.
Yeah, Fabienne. I didn't know until
Actually,
we got
boss, can you come down here and
This
explain
isn't
to
a
us what a
Curse
chav
word,
is?
is it?
there.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here. Hold on a second. We're going to do a little. Put the headphones in.
Mic switch.
A chav is the lower class of the Brits. The kind of the white trash trailer types with the Burberry caps and tracksuits, and they have more of a Cockney accent. They're not the kinds you want to see around. They're the... Yeah, Allison just pulled up a photo that'll kind of like...
Are they kind of like? No, I was gonna say are they like frat boys, but frat boys are rich.
No.
You got to be in college to be a frat boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Some microphones.
Boss is like looking away.
Isn't it scary?
Thank you, boss.
He said, I don't want to do that
I
anymore.
just want to draw.
Fabienne made me watch, well, because I didn't know what a chav was. But when we got to London, she was like, I'm trying to find some chavs. So she made me watch a YouTube
You gotta
video.
go to Southampton.
But she found them anyways.
We went to East London, bruv.
Right.
I'm gonna look on my phone for pictures of chavs while we keep talking.
Well, we
Well,
can link some.
Show them the pictures of that chav on the subway.
I'm looking for him,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Fabienne
can
took
you
a
tell them
stalker
about him?
picture.
So we were sitting on the train. We were sitting right next to each other, and this guy was sitting across from us, or I think he was sitting across from me, maybe. And then, out of nowhere, he just gets up and scoots 2 chairs down to be directly across from Fabienne, and not even being slick, taking pictures of her like this, like.
Wait, he was taking pictures.
Yes,
of
he
you?
was taking pictures of Fabienne,
Okay.
and so then she started. Yeah, show them.
Gosh.
She got him back.
Like, oh, look at these.
She got a whole thing of his outfit.
You had like how
did you get so
she got
close?
she got detail pics.
Because I zoomed in.
Oh.
Oh man, that's great.
Hate that guy.
You know that's illegal in Japan, taking pictures of people without their permission.
That
And they made all iPhones in Japan have a you can't turn off the shutter sound on iPhones. So
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So you can't be slick.
you can't.
Why don't you pretend to take a selfie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea, boss.
Come to me for stalker advice. I guess.
essay.
They'd have to make it illegal to take a picture of yourself in public too, so you extra can't cheat.
This is why they got nuked.
Oh my god! Yeah, because of the selfies.
You can hear Allison laughing through that. Oh my god.
All right. Well,
Let's keep talking about art.
okay. So,
Oh yeah, finish or.
Oh, we were
Matisse.
talking about Henry Matisse. Oh my
yeah, that's what we were
god.
talking
So
about.
tell them about it. Was-
He's amazing. He is dead. Also. He died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. that guy.
I was about to do that, but I was like, nah.
I don't remember. Okay, so he died. So he's this artist. He's from.
Is he from France?
I forgot. I think he's from France. And he like landed in Nice. So there's this whole. The museum is like a big mansion. So you go in the mansion and there's like a couple levels, and it's really not overwhelming.
Was it his house? Did we ever figure that out?
No,
it's not.
I think it was the studio.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
So it
Something.
wasn't that big.
I think
wasn't
it
a
wasn't very
huge
big, no.
building.
He must have lived there.
That's cool.
So he had a lot of muses. So if you look up, it's me and Boss, our parents had this like really huge, painting by him. It's not actually by him, but like a printing, of one of the Blue Nude series. I think it's
Oh yeah, you posted.
yeah. I think it was
picture of
number
one.
2, so version number 2 or something like that. Because it's a whole series. So we had it in our house growing up, so we just always saw it. It was like, oh, there's blue. I don't know. And then it broke at one point, and then we still had it. But where did Papa put it?
It was in my room for a minute, and then I broke it, and so I put it in the living room.
Yeah, okay, this idiot broke it, so we... Whatever. Anyway, so...
Like broke the frame.
Yeah, yeah, he broke it. He broke the glass. But whatever. So it was. I don't know. I just love it. I think it's amazing. It just makes me think about my family. Anyways, so it was awesome to see it there because it was like a painting that you always grow up in. Because it's in your house. It's
Yeah.
like in your zone all the time.
And then you got to see it in real life.
Yeah, it
That's
was
cool.
so. It was. I was really happy.
How did it compare to the print? Like, what did you take out of the original that you didn't ever take out? Of
I
the
wanted to
print?
touch it. And it wasn't.
Don't.
It wasn't covered in glass, and you could see like the paint marks
That's
coming
so cool.
off of the canvas.
How about the color? Was the color different?
It was like it was like, what is that blue? Royal blue?
Indigo.
Indigo.
I wonder if he used it straight out of the tube or if he mixed it. Is it the same blue throughout?
Yeah, it looked like it.
It's kind of
some different shadings on some of it.
Yeah, it's kind of in between like a cerulean and a like indigo kind of blue.
Ignore the...
I have this picture too, but
Oh
of her
yeah, oh
looking
that's
at
so
it.
cute. Fabienne, Helen has a picture of Fabienne
Did you ever see
looking
this?
at the piece. Shh. What?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, here, I'll send it to you.
Oh my
Are those your
God.
postcards?
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
trip?
show you
Oh,
guys.
cute.
This
Oh,
is
we
Blue
should
News.
tell them about Ben, the artist.
Oh my God!
I
How
almost
we
forgot
skipped
about
that?
that.
Well,
Ben?
that was in one of my questions.
Oh,
Like,
was that the one you were talking about?
yes, we kind of mentioned in our last episode.
Mhm.
But let's just So Matisse is cool. The museum was awesome. Okay, next subject.
So Ben, that was also at the Modern Museum in Nice. We saw his stuff, and we just really, I don't know. We just really liked it, and it was cool. They had like a, what would you call that? A room? Not a room.
Yeah,
That little.
this is Ben.
Right, you told me about that.
Yeah. They remade his version of. Was it his store? What was it?
He had a pop-up store.
where other artists would go to hang out, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And can you pull up a picture?
What does
Or
this
I might
say?
have one.
It'll say.
Oh, I don't know
I
what that
can't.
means.
I can't speak French at all.
Here's a picture of it.
Oh wow! So that's
Yeah.
how they had it on display.
Yeah, this was
So-
the display, and
They had it on. It wasn't like a normal gallery. They just had all the paintings like almost touching each other. Oh, the room is made out of the paintings. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no, those are the
well,
frames. Oh, I
this
see.
is outside
Never mind. I
of
was
it.
looking at it wrong.
Yeah, this
Those
was
are
a
empty
room
frames.
inside the room. If that makes sense.
Okay. The perspective of the picture made
Oh,
like
here. Now
made
you
it
can
look
see.
like the frames.
We'll
made
put
up
this
the
all on the
walls.
internet later for you guys to see too.
That's really cool. Okay, so it's kind of like an installation
Yeah.
sort of thing. Okay, because it's like a room, and the inside of the walls are just covered in his like framed paintings, which are all like quotes in French.
Yeah, most of them. He has a lot of quotes, and then
Oh, okay, there's kind of a mishmash.
and just stuff. I don't know.
Just
he made
stuff.
He would just take things
he
and
had furniture in there.
Yeah.
He had different canvas paintings in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So he made like an environment with all
Yeah.
that. That's so
So he had been in Nice for years. So the whole at that museum, they had a whole room dedicated to him. So they had that installation where you could go inside and be a part. It was like, yeah, you go inside and you're a part of the art
Yeah.
piece. It's all around
I
you.
love that.
Yeah.
and to get an idea of his little shop pop-up thing that he had.
Yeah. And then it showed the history of him and all this stuff. So we thought he was dead.
Yeah, we thought I just guessed or not guessed,
Yeah. Just because he's
assumed,
old and
yeah.
everyone else is dead.
and we really
An
liked
artist.
him. And this other
Yeah.
girl we were with, we all just loved his stuff and got those postcards.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool.
So then, when was it? One of the days. It was like
It was
towards
our
the end
last
of our trip.
night.
Well, but even before that, we were walking around, and we saw his work outside of what looked like a shop. So
The shop we read about at
Yeah.
the museum. Like
so
he had
they
his
had
shop.
they had this, and we were just walking through alleyways, just walking around and exploring, and we saw that. I'm like, hey, that's Ben. Yeah, sure. you can
That's
grab
cool.
one.
So this was just like painted on the wall, and that was his original.
painted
It
on the
was-
wall of the building.
yeah. And we're like, what is this? And so we didn't know, and it was late at that point. Yeah. So
That's so
then
cool.
we went back home to our hostel, and
Because we're too poor to have an Airbnb or a hotel at this point.
so then I think it was our last night. We were walking around. We're like, what do we do? What should we go see? And so we decided to go try and find it again, and we did. And then people were in there.
It was open.
Oh,
It was
wow.
open. Was it
Yeah.
closed?
So you went in.
Yeah, we went
Heck
in.
yeah, we went in.
Then we turned
We
around.
didn't
and
know.
went
We were like, is this a private? Let's just
Well,
go
I
in.
saw that there was free alcohol.
home. I was just going to ask if they have free wine.
Heck yeah, I went straight there.
Every good art opening does.
I was like, so is this gratis? Free? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, hang on.
Wee wee. That's cool. What does that say? That piece.
I don't know. We figured it out.
Keep
and I
telling her.
forget.
I'm going to figure it out right
Yeah,
now.
try and see. So we go in, and we're just walking around, and there's all these people in there with their art they're displaying it, and
Can you find out?
there was and then we saw this older guy who started talking on the microphone or something, and we just looked at each other and we're like, is this Ben? And so then I googled to see if he was still alive, and he was, and that was him right there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we saw him. I don't think either of us like formally met him.
No,
But-
he didn't understand us, but we were looking at him like, we thought you were dead. We just discovered your art. You're so amazing.
So that was actually really cool.
So he's pretty popular then.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
well,
around
he's
there.
got
because
the-
in Nice, even when you're just walking around, they have his stuff. Did you see that, Fabienne?
Mm-hmm.
Like his quotes on like the buildings and stuff. I saw,
Oh,
but
okay.
like by the like public restrooms and stuff, just written
That's
around.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Okay, so
Yeah, so look up Ben. What's his last name?
don't know.
It's on the postcard.
we just keep calling him Ben, the artist.
Ben
Gaultier?
Vautier.
oh Vautier.
Yeah, Google it. It's cool
It's
stuff.
pretty cool.
That's awesome.
This postcard says there's always something going on.
There's always
okay.
something going on. All right, should we move on to the next question?
Yeah.
Let's talk about
What's our next-
architecture.
Oh, tell us about the architecture, little girl.
Oh, it's pretty beautiful. Very different from what we see in Seattle. Like the buildings, the homes, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Felt really old, but
Yeah, that was another question I wanted to ask. Was
Yeah.
about like what is it like being in like a centuries-old city? Because people who haven't left America haven't experienced that, like me.
I really liked it. What else? I just had a thought.
Was there a certain?
There's a lot of charm and
feeling?
like history. It
Yeah.
feels like
Did you just get that overall aura just being there? Like,
yeah, just walking
feeling?
in the streets.
That's
Yeah,
cool. I want to.
I would
Yeah,
say so,
know what that's
especially
like.
in France.
It is like a movie.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
in Paris,
Midnight in
you
Paris.
feel like you're in a movie.
Where's Owen
Or I
Wilson?
felt
I just felt like I looked like it's like you feel like you need to dress up every day
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You're a movie star,
cool.
Yeah.
except we're poor.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember a lot. Like everything's smaller too. Like the
And everything's
Yeah.
close to each other,
really
which I
narrow
really like.
streets.
It does
Yeah.
look like that in pictures.
Mhm.
I feel like sometimes we think we have narrow streets, but
We really don't.
Well, they have smaller
Compare.
cars.
everything's
Yeah.
smaller
And
there.
Vespas.
Like their apartments are just even smaller. Like they don't need as much room. Like we were talking to this one girl
Yeah.
who said that. She was like, "There's so much room," and
She
in
lived in
America-
California too, or she.
everyone's
For
trying
a
to
few
like
months. I
live in
know.
California.
I don't know why.
I mean, it's nice.
Whatever.
Sounds better.
Wow.
Sorry.
No, but she was saying too, when she was living in wherever it was, she said it just felt so obnoxious. She was like,
Being
"Why
in
do
California.
it would like her apartment because it was
Oh,
so
how big it
big?"
was.
Yeah, she's like, "I just need a place to sleep. I
Yeah.
don't need.
Huh.
I'm one person."
So people over there, are they less like materialistic in a
I
way?
would, well, with their home, I feel like maybe. I don't know. What would
We
you
were
say?
talking about how there's less of a pressure on maybe a career and more pressure on just like enjoying, like for example, sitting at a restaurant for hours, enjoying your company.
Sounds so nice.
It is nice. It's relaxing.
It was hard at first.
It was hard.
Yeah.
We don't know how to do that.
I'm trying to leave. The check. I'm like, where's my check?
I need to move on with my life.
But I don't know for sure. It just seemed like that, like really family oriented and really everything oriented. Like it's just less. I don't know though
Yeah.
for sure, but that's how it's
Like how Italians will like take a 45-minute nap every single day.
Yes,
In
siesta.
Spain, they
The
did that.
siesta.
Siesta, they did that. That was a little annoying for us because
We're trying
we
to
were
get
hungry
out.
and nothing was open.
Oh, everyone takes the siesta at the same time.
Yeah, which they should think that through because
No, nothing opened until
Nothing.
like 3 p.m.
yeah,
That's
You don't have to be
funny.
open if everyone's sleeping.
Yeah.
true. But
Oh,
we
good
weren't
point.
sleeping.
Was McDonald's open?
She said, of course. She said we weren't sleeping. Oh, McDonald's, so good.
Oh, we hit up McDonald's everywhere.
I went to
place.
McDonald's the
She
other
did.
day and they were
Oh.
closed. right at midnight, and I honked. And then I was like, oh, I'm so hungry. And then I drove up to the window and I honked again, and they're like, excuse me, how can we help you? And I was like, can I order? We're closed. What? Wait. Yes, ma'am. What time do you close? Midnight. Oh, and I looked at my clock and it was exactly midnight. So maybe while I was talking to her, it was 11:59.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she lied.
This was also down the street. By the way.
Oh, that McDonald's?
No, the other one, because that one closes at 10.
Oh.
Where does your appreciation for the arts come from? Sorry, that was like not smooth.
I feel like that could have been. This was touched, right? No.
Well, I don't know.
No.
It's okay. It can be
Did we already
random.
talk about this?
Oh, I don't remember. Did we talk about where your inspiration for art came from?
We talked about
did we?
dance
I don't know.
and painting.
I guess I would probably take it back to dancing. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you still dance?
No, not really. I wish I would have kept up with all the different things that I did.
Yeah.
Because I've done them and then I didn't ever keep doing them. So
Yeah.
I feel
never
like
too late to get back
I guess
into it
that's
if you
true.
want.
Because I did dance, I did ballet, piano. I used to do piano lessons.
Oh, my
This was all in Arizona.
me.
I was busy.
Wow.
She said I was busy. Girl, you busy now.
That's good.
I did. Have you heard of Coyote Central? It's like
In
this
Arizona?
art. No, it's here actually, and I think what is that area called? Madrona, kind of over there.
Okay.
But they have different. You can do apparel, like sewing classes.
Oh.
You can do painting.
Is this for kids or adults?
Yeah, it's for kids. So
Oh.
I did one of those for like a summer session.
Oh, at the Madrona school?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was just in the area.
In that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I learned how to sew. I made my own skirt
That's
when I was
awesome.
in middle school. So stuff like that, I wish I would have. I never.
Do you wear it?
No, it doesn't fit me. I made it when I was like 10.
Oh.
I still have it though.
Wear it as like a
It's a wrap skirt.
sleeve.
You could use it as like a
I could do
Cover
something
up?
with it probably.
A sarong.
scarf.
That's cool. You
Yeah.
thought about taking that up again?
I would like to find
Sewing?
something to do again.
You know what? This could be the year.
Like, how could it be?
2018.
The year.
The year you go back to dance. No,
Something.
Okay, no, honestly, I feel like that's like what we really want to say is like if you do something or you did something, just you can always go back to it, or you can. It's never too late
Mm-hmm.
unless
Totally.
you die.
And you probably
Unless you're-
could pick it up again real quick. I've heard of that happening.
Helen, I know it's in your blood.
For sure. Obviously.
Also, if you need a sewing machine,
For sure, FS.
you can find. I got mine at Goodwill for like $30, and it's a really good one. And
Yeah.
it's like probably older than me.
I don't need a brand new one. It's
Yeah.
not like a.
Oh wait, my dad
And it
has
works.
one.
Oh,
Oh.
Hit that guy up.
Well, I did do a sewing class in high school. So
Oh,
I
okay.
did a little bit,
Kept
but
it.
you didn't get to really pick what you wanted to make, which was
that's
annoying. You had assignments like make a pencil pouch. 10
What do you need a
points.
pencil?
It broke.
oh, what the heck? You didn't get to
So-
make like cool like shirts and stuff.
We made she told us what to make.
Pencil
We made
pouches.
a pencil pouch, pajama pants, a pillow. What else did we make? I don't know.
A pillow, she said.
I
Is this
tried
apparel?
making my own shirts. I had this idea that I'd screen print shirts and like make my own tank tops, but then I realized I'm really bad at tailoring. So I basically just made a pillow. I basically just sewed a pillowcase with a hole for the head and holes for the arms, and it actually fits really nice. It like kind of drapes, but
Nice.
it's literally just a pillowcase.
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, something. I would like to pick something back up because I don't know. I started them all. I didn't ever keep doing them.
Most creative brains I know.
Thanks, little girl.
Little girl.
We did photography class together.
You guys
In
were
high
in the same
school?
school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
middle and high school.
Helen.
With
I
Miss.
wasn't in school.
Basquiat will always claim that he met Helen first.
Well, he did. Yeah. Sorry.
School bus.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. He goes, I did. Helen and I, we did film photography.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was really fun. We had a
you told me a
psycho
little bit
teacher.
about that. Yeah, you talked about that in the last episode. The teacher.
Oh, Miss Otto. She's the worst.
You said her name in the last one.
She was
She won't
apparently
listen to
my
this.
neighbor.
She
When
lives
I
in
lived
Wallingford.
yeah, and I would see her all the time. And one day, I was
a
walking
really
home
nice
from
woman
school, or I was getting off the bus. What did Bob say?
No, she isn't.
What if she hears it? There's no way.
You're walking home.
And someone starts honking, and I look, and it's her.
She's honking.
She recognized you? When was
It was while I was still in school.
Oh,
Like I still had her.
She followed
That's
you.
yeah. She's a little crazy.
She was honking at you.
Yeah.
She was funny though. She liked
Yeah.
us at least.
Yeah.
We got that going for us.
That's good.
I wasn't sure if
Sounds
she
like
liked
a
me
very
until
interesting
after though. After we had our class.
T
Yeah.
T for true.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Helen, wrap up our Europe thing in a sentence.
Basically, we're back and we're a little depressed, but it was great.
You still
And
have
everyone
that?
needs to go to Nice.
Do you feel newly inspired from all the art you saw?
I do. We saw a lot of art. Like
Yeah.
a lot. It's
Did
pretty
it
cool.
inspire you to paint
And
already?
street art too.
Oh,
A
SA.
lot
Oh,
everywhere. We didn't
we
even
didn't
talk
talk
about that
about
so much.
Talk about it
In
really quick.
Paris and
Okay,
in
talk-
Barcelona.
The street art
What
was
the street art
amazing.
like? The end.
The street art beats any street art I've ever seen as far as street art goes.
That's awesome.
Did you see
Period.
Banksy?
Yes, we did in
Oh, you did?
London.
What
awesome.
did
We
you
saw
do?
Banksy. Remember that guy with the balloon and then the kid?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Camden. There was a lot of
Yes.
cool art there. That was a cool area.
In London, there's this area called Camden.
It's where Amy Winehouse is from.
R.I.P. Rest her soul. Yeah, there's so much art there. Like everywhere you go, everywhere
A
you
lot,
turn,
yeah.
that's like you basically have to take pictures everywhere because it's so amazing.
Oh, and
I don't know
even
what to
in
say.
some of the like streets that we walked past, the homes were each had their own color. So there's
Oh,
like
that's
pink,
cool.
blue, green. It's a very colorful street.
V.
Speaking of street art, did you guys see that guy's house on I-5 that has like the topless
yeah.
women? They added
Betty
a new
Page.
person.
Yeah.
Is that Betty Page?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So it's Betty Page, but they added a new person.
Yeah, there's a new thing on it.
I don't know what
haven't
it
seen.
is though. You remember that house?
No, I remember,
noticed,
but I haven't
yeah.
seen whatever is new.
I haven't looked at it in a long time because I used to only notice it when I was like not driving, and now I'm always driving, always the one driving. So I have to look at the road. Should we talk about fashion?
Okay, so guys, another reason we had Helen on is for the fact that she likes clothes.
I do.
Helen is always dressed to the nines. She
Oh,
always
thank you.
looks so cute.
She's like one of those
Oh.
minimalist people.
I know. Okay, one more thing back to Europe. I was inspired with the fashion there.
Oh yeah.
Also, I need a fur coat, is what I learned from.
Do they wear real fur there?
I'm sure.
You can't wear it
How
in
could you
America.
not?
People will get mad at you. All the vegans will
in
get mad
Seattle,
at
they get really mad at you. I'm not into them.
I'm-
No, but
you can lay
that's
in the
what I
bed if
learned
you
is
want
I
to.
need a fur coat.
you. There's I've seen some beautiful fur coats at like vintage stores, which I'm
Yeah, I need to
like
get one.
buying vintage furs is the way to do it because then you're not like supporting fur farms or anything. So like that's totally okay. 'Cause those foxes died like 100 million years ago.
Those foxes died so long ago. Everything's been the Hail Marys have been said. All is forgiven. So Helen, I have a couple.
Yes.
We have a couple questions for you. Where do
Okay.
you get your fashion inspiration from?
There's this girl named Elaine, and I don't know how to say her last name. It's like Wellworth or something like that.
Elaine from Seinfeld.
No, I'll show you her Instagram. She probably right now is my fashion inspiration. And then also my mom. We don't have the same style, but how she like pieces things together, like she's so. I feel like she's creative with.
Bowl of Sunshine.
She's
Yeah.
like Anthropology, but better.
So
Or I would
I don't know.
Delete
I don't
that.
even know.
Disregard that.
I think in our last episode, Fabienne said delete that like 100 times, and I kept it all in.
Delete that part.
Deleted the delete that.
Yeah.
Disregard everything I just said. Yeah, like she puts a lot of pieces together that you wouldn't
Yeah,
see, like pattern.
and we don't have the same. Yeah, she wears a lot of pattern. I don't, but yeah, just how she gets creative with what she wears and
That's so cool.
How
makes
would you-
new outfits and stuff. Kind of inspires me. Like, oh, I could, with the same clothes I have, make a new outfit. I don't know.
I love that. I love it when you see someone wearing something, you're like, oh, I have something like that. Oh, I can put that together. And then you're like all excited to wear it next time.
Yeah.
Could you describe your fashion sense to us, or your style, aesthetic?
I don't wear. Well, you know, both of you have seen me before. I don't wear a lot of patterns. It's not that I don't like them. I don't know what it is. I always just
You feel like
go
they're
for
not
the solids. Yeah. Or if I do have a pattern, it'll be like, say, if my skirt has a pattern, like to keep my top solid. So that's, I don't know. So minimal, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. I have a hypothetical for you.
Yeah.
So
tell me.
this is, I feel like this is what will sum up clothing. Okay. So you've just received an anonymous gift from somebody who really admires you. She's from Laurelhurst, which, if you guys don't know where Laurelhurst is, it's like this really, really rich area. A lot of Jewish people, a lot of Republicans.
Russell Wilson used to live there.
Russell Wilson, R.I.P.
So-
That's a real.
Oh wait, no,
What?
he's alive and well and married and beautiful. Love you. Oh wow. What are you talking about? Okay, so this really, really rich girl.
Wow. Fabienne just took herself on an adventure. Now she's back.
I love.
Rich girl, let's call her Sierra.
All right,
No.
so Sierra works at Amazon, and she's going.
I don't
to
believe in
school
her.
For it.
Her name's Jamie. And she spells it with a G.
Jamie.
Anyways, so Jamie, or this girl, has given you a lot, like $5,000, and her purpose for giving you this money is because she wants you to take her out shopping. She loves what you wear. She loves the way you carry yourself. She loves your style. She basically wants to be you. I would say that she's kind of one of those. She really wants to be your friend, and you know, you could or couldn't be her friend, but I mean, what are you gonna do? She's giving you $5,000 to
True.
shop, and a lot of that extra money goes to you too.
Okay.
She says, I have a lot of money. Take me shopping, please, because I love everything you wear, and I want to put it on myself. Thanks. Also, there's some throw-in cash just for you too, like a little tip.
Okay.
Little tippy tip. Anywhere we go, buy yourself something. I don't care how
Oh,
many
everywhere.
things,
Okay,
whatever-
perfect.
Wherever you go. So
Let's go.
All right, fine. Also, she's driving,
Okay, perfect.
so go wherever you want. Anyways,
I think this isn't for me.
What is the hypothetical?
I tuned out.
oh, so the question is the hypothetical. This is our storyline that we're in. I want everyone to understand Jamie with the G.
What's the question?
Oh yeah. Where do you go? Where do you go? What do you tell her to buy?
Okay.
Do you go to a lot of places? Do you go to only a few places because you're with one person?
I don't.
Would you buy her things that you would get, or that maybe you would think Jamie would look good in?
I mean, I'll take her to the places I would like.
So guide us through your tour.
Okay, so let's go to Aritzia first because it's like 5 minutes away. And obviously, love that place.
Okay.
Okay, what would we get? Well, it's for this season.
Oh yeah, it is for the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winter.
Winter, a puffer. I
Okay.
need a puffer. I want one myself. I don't have one.
Describe
So
what a puffer
I'll
is.
get. She can get one for herself and one for me. Just a big poofy jacket.
Is it like the
Or-
really long ones with the fur coat?
They don't have to be long. They can be short or, I mean, they're just
in
big,
general.
like down jackets or whatever. And they don't usually have fur. I don't think,
Oh, okay.
or not the ones I'm thinking of.
Okay.
What else would we get? I really want some white boots, so
Basically, this question turned into what does Helen need right now?
I'll just show her what I want, and hopefully she'll like it, and then I can get some for myself.
I want some white boots.
No, really, I do. I really want some. What else would we get? Oh, jeans. You always need some good jeans.
Okay.
Aritzi has good jeans.
I don't ever get jeans because I can't afford them. Madewell, I personally really like their jeans. I don't know. They just fit really nice. So she can get some there. I feel like you don't need a whole bunch of jeans. I don't know. I just wear the same jeans all the time. So
there was a guy who did a experiment on how much bacteria collects on your jeans if you don't. I guess this isn't even related because you probably wash your jeans. Anyway, he didn't wash his jeans and like no bacteria was on them at the end.
Oh. Well, actually,
I don't know why my brain.
I know I've heard that you're not supposed to wash your jeans all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean, I wash them, but not every time I wear them.
Use their jeans.
What?
They like put them in the freezer to clean them.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
so
they never
kills the
wash
bacteria.
them. They just put them in the freezer.
We probably wouldn't go to a whole bunch. Well, we could go to a whole bunch of stores. I personally, when I shop, I don't like to stay in a store for so long.
Okay.
I don't know, something about it. And trying stuff on, I'll sit and be patient. Like if she wants to try something on, when I go shopping, I do try stuff on, but only if I really feel like I'm going to consider buying it. It's a hassle. Like take all your clothes off, put something else on, put your clothes back on, find another thing to try on.
It's terrible. I hate trying stuff on.
Yeah.
You get really sweaty.
Yeah.
It's a workout. It's a process.
And then you get decision fatigue because you're like,
DF. Oh, delete that.
would you go to any thrift or vintage stores?
Yeah, we could do that. I feel like I haven't really done that in a while. Like going thrifting or...
Yeah.
Helen prefers the clean clothes.
No.
Just kidding. I don't know.
I don't care if they're dirty, you just wash them. I would wash it before I wear it.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
But,
GP.
what was I going to say? I just don't like going to stores. I really don't. I don't know. I guess I've been doing a lot of online shopping.
Oh.
Because it's a process going. I don't like like I said, I don't like spending a lot of time in a store.
Right.
So
And then
it's easier sometimes if you just find it online. Like if you know exactly what you want.
Right.
And just get it.
You can look at different things at the same time from different stores.
So many things.
And yeah, I know. Shopping is pretty exhausting.
Okay, guys. I think this may wrap up our episode. Thank you so much for being here.
Also, you might have noticed that the quality in this episode is a lot better because Nick is allowing us to use his amazing podcast equipment, so thank you. And also, last episode, I messed up the recording somehow, and Fabienne's audio was a little slower than mine, so it would get echoey. Then I'd have to go in and edit, crop her audio to mine, but it would still slowly get echoey again. So sorry it sounds like that, guys. I can't fix it. I won't fix it. Deal with it.
She said I won't fix it.
I have a quote from David Bowie that I just remembered the other day.
Okay.
I first heard this quoted on KEXP on the radio. It's, if you feel safe in the area you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth, and when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting. David Bowie. And that's my favorite quote ever.
Yeah, so I think Kylie just brought him up today because look how beautiful our lives work sometimes. Lives. I was looking up because my
Fabienne looked up and then everyone in the room looked up.
Because it's today's January 10th, so today marks the 2-year anniversary of his death, and
It's been that long.
I know. I thought it was 1 year.
Me too.
But apparently it's been 2 years, and so we just want to end the show on that note. Just he's amazing. Like there's so many things that have been said about him.
You
Like,
can't talk about art without talking about a little bit about David Bowie, because he did so much for art.
He uses
the mainstream.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for being here, Helen.
Thank you for having me.
Helen.
Basquiat, say something in the background.
Thanks, boss, for
He's holding up
being
the
here.
peace sign.
He's holding up the peace sign in case any of us
cool.
were wondering. And then thank you, Nick and
Thank
Allison.
you, Nick and Allison.
Thank the Academy. Okay, good night.
Good night. Thank you for watching.
Listening.
Listening. Just kidding.